Hello and welcome to Long Live the Queen. This is me, Bursey15, recording live from my new location, which is the game room. I've decided to kind of try a new location for recording and move my whole rig downstairs, and hopefully it should give me a much quieter place to try and record these sorts of things for you guys. However, I've been sick again the last little while and haven't had a whole lot of time to really test this place out, so I wanted to start out with something a little bit lighthearted, so I figured why not show you guys Long Live the Queen, because it's pretty darn awesome. And well, let's just jump into it. It's kind of a weird anime game, but I like it, so deal with it. Jocelyn, King Dowager Duke of Kellis. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what our mother would have... What mother would have wanted? I'm already flubbing words. Okay, she wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. Sigh. I'll be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make ultimately are up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Okay, so this is Elodie. I've played this before, and I'm just going to explain this to you guys as I go on. This is Elodie, and basically our job is to make sure that she doesn't die before her 15th birthday and is able to become queen. Now, the way that we do that is we get control of her outfits, her mood, and her skills. Different moods will have different penalties on different skills when you're trying to learn them every day. So it's a good idea to try and fiddle around with there's different areas you can visit during the day to kind of balance these out. So it's a good idea to play around with them and try and get them to be more towards bonuses for certain stats in here that you want to learn. So, as you can see right now, on Royal Demeanor and Conversation, we have a -1 and a -2. We probably don't want to actually bother trying to learn any of those things right now. So, it's probably best to focus on one of the other classes, and I've played this game a lot, so I do have kind of an idea of the sorts of things you should focus on in order to get through the game, or one of the ways that you can get through the game. There's a bunch of different ways. So for my classes this week, I think we should start out with, well actually, honestly I say this now, it's been a while since I played. Intrigue is always good. Intrigue and... probably expression? She needs a little bit of expression. Yeah, let's do that. So start with intrigue and internal affairs. And... expression and decoration. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for the crown, and after him will be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. That's what we learned in internal affairs. You discuss the nature of beauty, looking around at landscapes, objects, and people, and comparing their aesthetic elements. And we get a bonus for being depressed. What's all the noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we are so terribly sorry to hear about your mother Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lodi. Hi, Lottie. Haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mommy said we're going to be here all month. Maybe we have some time to talk later, so I got +1 to cheerful for this conversation. Okay, so this is kind of what I was rambling about earlier. Once you finish your classes for the day, there's usually a short little scene, and you're taken here and you can kind of choose different areas that you can go And different areas will have different effects. For example, if I visit the tomb, I get +1 to depressed and +1 afraid. So you should kind of keep an eye on what your mood actually is and try and balance out your stats accordingly. So, I am very, very depressed and I would like to decrease that stat, so normally attending service would be a good way to do that. However, this right here is store related, so I'm going to actually visit my cousin. I love this room, it's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave this castle until my birthday, but at least we can have fun together here. A +1 to cheerful. Let's see. She looks a bit tense there right now. What's her mood? Well, because of those two conversations, we got +2, so we're closer to the cheerful side than depressed. She's still pretty afraid. Her dominant mood is afraid right now. So based on that, let's see. Early in the game, it's actually probably a really, really good idea to boost your composure and presence as much as possible. But again, I have a negative on that, so I'm actually going to focus on conversation, which is also fairly important. And I'm going to boost public speaking and court manners today. Intrigue has a negative on it, so I'm not going to bother. Classes. Let's see. We want public speaking and court manners. You practice tongue-twisted sentences of syllables to improve your enunciation. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank, and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honors. What's the commotion outside, Father? What's going on? I've come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I'm a lumen, as was she. And like every lumen, I am willing to give my life, if necessary, to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. So we have a few options. We can send her away, arrest her, or let her stay. Sending her away and arresting her both have interesting turns of events, but I'm gonna let her stay because I want certain things to happen. I want to hear what she has to say. She stays. +1 year. As you wish. So now I can go visit her here. What is it you wanted to teach me? First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. What crystal? The source of power of it for any lumen is a particular magical crystal. Once you've bonded with it, it becomes part of you as long as you live. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now, except that the king may be keeping it from you. Do you have a crystal? Of course. She holds out her hand, light flickers above her bosom, and then, with a shower of sparkles, something takes shape. You reach out to touch it and it dissolves away into nothing. Oh, it belongs to me. No one can take it from me until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you. So, that's what we have to do, and in order to do that we need to get into the treasury, which is why I started... Actually no, it's not internal affairs that we need to worry about for that, it's actually economics. So, given that we need to get our accounting up, I'm actually going to just focus on court manners and accounting. Otherwise we won't be able to get in there. I mean, you can actually kind of brute force your way in with, I think, presence under royal demeanor as well. But given that you keep getting this penalty so early in the game, it's a lot slower to go that route. So, let's see. I'm gonna stick with this and do... Actually, you know what? We're gonna double up on accounting. Boost it faster. You brush up on basic mathematics with the help of an abacus. And then we study the manipulation of larger quantities through direct calculations using written numbers instead of an abacus. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really. I just like to play with the flowers. All of a sudden, the Duchess of Bursey rushes into the garden and points a sword at you. No, not at you. At your feet? Princess, don't move. Hold still or look down. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail this either way. But let's try and hold still. Oh, composure failed. You wanted to hold still, but you don't have the composure to hold your position without peeking. You look down where her sword is pointing. There's a snake in the grass. You can't help it. You squeak and jump back. The snake tenses and prepares to strike. No! Your cousin pushes you aside and the snake's fangs sink into her leg. Lottie! Too late. Juliana swings her sword and cuts off the snake's head. What's going on out here? Your daughter's been bitten by a milk viper. They're poisonous. Get an herbalist right away. I will treat my daughter. I certainly can't trust anyone here to keep her safe. I'm sorry. I don't feel good. We will be returning home to Merva immediately. Your aunt has a point. Milk vipers are not native to this area. That snake should never have been here. Someone may have tried to kill you. Will Charlotte be okay? I don't know. And we'll never know. Or will we? So I can visit her again, but I don't really want to. I want to get rid of... I guess... Minus to afraid is probably good. Same sort of thing. I think we're going to want to boost our accounting a little more. But once you get to, I think 50, in order to go past it, you need to have at least, I think 25 in the other skills in order for it to go further, or 20. I don't remember. Ah! Keep right clicking. So, I'm going to do accounting and trade. You study money lending and the controversies involved in charging interest. According to the Druids, one should always return more than one is loaned, or else the debt gave no value to the world. You learn that even the smallest of villages has a central market where locals can trade, and that they have grown or made with others who have different skills. Blip, 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 blip. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zahara and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty, though. It seems like we get more servants every day. I was worried about Charlotte after that snake bit her. But her mother said she's okay, so I guess it turned out alright. Maybe she has a guardian angel. If I knew about poison, I might have gotten a different dialogue there. But I don't, so... Oh, she looks so sad. Current mood is depressed. We're gonna have to work on getting that up. I think if we go to yielding, it'll probably take that penalty off of royal demeanor, and we can start learning some of that stuff as well, which will be nice. So, again, I'm gonna focus on accounting and probably trade. You study bookkeeping and the art of notating incomes and expenditures, as well as how to determine the amount of funds a solvent business needs to keep on hand in order to continue functioning. You learn that individual peddlers travel between villages and cities, some on foot with packs and mules, others riding horses or wagons, sometimes different wagons grouped together to form a caravan. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? And that's why you should probably focus on internal affairs a little bit more at the beginning, or I think Novan history. No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna in Talassi. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace! It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public, though. People would think it meant something. Yeah, if I didn't have any court manners right now, I'd put the necklace on. And basically the guy shows up and thinks that you agreed to be engaged with him. She's like 14. He's not at all close to that age. It's really creepy. Anyway, we're not gonna wear it. It's It's important to maintain the proper image. Okay, and I want to get rid of depressed, so here we go.